For over 3 millennia, the sands of Egypt have concealed a royal secret. A tomb. Lost to time. A pharaoh, erased from history. Hidden beneath the Valley of the Kings, deep within the shifting dunes, lay the final resting place of one of ancient Egypt's most enigmatic rulers, Pharaoh Thutmose II. Unlike the legendary Tutankhamun or the mighty Ramses, Thutmose II's legacy was nearly forgotten. His reign was short, his power overshadowed. His tomb, lost for thousands of years. Until now. This is the story of how one of the greatest lost tombs in history was rediscovered. Thutmose II, the fourth pharaoh of the 18th dynasty, was a ruler shrouded in mystery. Unlike his powerful father, Thutmose I, and his legendary son, Thutmose III, his reign was brief, lasting only a decade from 1493 to 1479 BCE. Historical records suggest that Thutmose II inherited a vast and thriving kingdom. Yet, his health was frail. Some scholars believe he was sickly, possibly suffering from a genetic disorder. Unlike his predecessors, he did not lead grand military conquests, but instead relied on his queen, the ambitious and powerful Hatshepsut, to stabilize the empire. Hatshepsut, the woman who would later become Pharaoh herself, overshadowed Thutmose II in many ways. It was she who truly ruled Egypt, and many believe that after his early death, she sought to erase his legacy to solidify her own power. His monuments were left incomplete, his name seldom mentioned, his tomb lost to time.
Unlike his predecessors, we have very few records of his military campaigns. Some Egyptologists believe he was merely a figurehead, with Hatshepsut controlling much of the kingdom. What's most intriguing is how quickly his presence faded after his death. If we compare his reign to that of Thutmose III, his successor, it's as if he was erased from history. The fact that his tomb was hidden for so long raises questions. Was it just lost? Or was it deliberately concealed? These are the mysteries we are only beginning to unravel.
For over a century, archaeologists searched for the lost tomb of Thutmose II. Many believed he was buried somewhere in the Valley of the Kings, where the great pharaohs of the 18th dynasty were entombed. But unlike the grand tombs of his successors, his was never found. In 1881, the famous Deir el-Bahari cache was discovered. A hidden chamber containing the mummies of multiple pharaohs, secretly reburied by priests to protect them from tomb robbers. Among them was Thutmose II. But his original tomb remained a mystery. Where was his final resting place? And why had it been hidden so well? Decades passed. Generations of Egyptologists came and went. Some speculated his tomb had been destroyed. Others believed it was buried beneath the cliffs, unreachable. But no one could prove it, until now.
For decades, we assumed that Thutmose II's tomb must have been destroyed, looted, or built in a place we could no longer access. What's fascinating about this discovery is how well hidden the burial site was. The entrance was completely buried under rockfall and sandstorms over thousands of years, making it almost impossible to detect with the naked eye. Without modern scanning equipment, this tomb might have remained hidden for another century. This find changes our understanding of how 18th dynasty tombs were constructed, and possibly how some were deliberately hidden.
Then, in late 2023, the breakthrough came. Using advanced ground-penetrating radar and LiDAR technology, a British-Egyptian team led by Dr. Piers Litherland detected an anomaly beneath the desert floor. A hidden chamber, larger than expected, untouched for over 3,000 years. Excavation began immediately. Weeks of careful digging revealed an entrance, one that had been deliberately concealed in antiquity. As archaeologists descended into the darkness, the first glimpses of history emerged. Inside, they found remnants of a tomb built in haste, walls unfinished, hieroglyphs left incomplete. And yet, there was something more. A sarcophagus, and within it, the mummified remains of a forgotten pharaoh.
One of the most remarkable aspects of this tomb is its unfinished state. Normally, pharaohs' tombs were adorned with intricate hieroglyphs and grand murals depicting their journey to the afterlife. But Thutmose II's tomb lacks much of that detail. This suggests either his death was sudden, or that those who buried him had to do so in secrecy. We also found amulets bearing Hatshepsut's name. Was she ensuring her husband was honored, or was she subtly controlling his legacy? The political implications are fascinating.
Forensic analysis of the mummy confirmed it. The remains belonged to Thutmose II. His body showed signs of illness, consistent with historical accounts of his weak health. Unlike other royal burials, his tomb lacked grand decorations, suggesting his death was sudden, unexpected. But there was something else. Hidden among the relics was a small golden amulet, one bearing the name of Hatshepsut. Could she have played a role in his mysterious disappearance? Had she deliberately hidden his tomb to erase his memory? Historians are divided. Some believe Thutmose II's hasty burial was simply due to the rushed circumstances of his death. Others see evidence of a political cover-up, one that ensured Hatshepsut's rise to power.
When we examined the mummy of Thutmose II, the evidence was clear. He suffered from a serious illness. His bones show signs of disease, possibly a chronic infection or an autoimmune disorder. Unlike other warrior kings, his body showed no major battle wounds. This may explain why his reign was short and why he relied so heavily on Queen Hatshepsut. What's striking is the lack of lavish burial goods. It's almost as if his death was an inconvenience to those around him, rather than a moment of grand mourning. For thousands of years, he was nearly forgotten. But now, we are finally giving him the recognition he never received in life.
The rediscovery of Pharaoh Thutmose II's tomb marks one of the most significant finds in modern Egyptology. A ruler once lost to history has been given a second chance at remembrance. But his story is far from over. With every artifact examined, every inscription deciphered, we come closer to understanding the lives of those who shaped civilization itself. In the sands of Egypt, time does not erase, it merely conceals. And with every lost tomb unearthed, another piece of our shared past is brought back to light.